Okay. Oh, I almost forgot my herbs. Doing a video walk through. I didn't clean the inside of this very well, but it's fairly clean. Oh, that's trash. Doing a video walk through and walk around of my truck. Now that I'm quitting. Gotta have your zinc. Zinc is birth control for viruses, colds, flus, C1984, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, herbs. I got my elderberry tincture that I make. You can find. I'm not really selling it, but I can sell it. I sell stuff like that at oilsoftheearth.com and also at davidanddavid.com. So anyways, what it says. Oh, okay, this is my USB power supply. This is my extension cord. So this is really cool. I got a USB power supply so I can, have multiple devices going, charging at once. And I got the really long one for charging stuff up front, and then the shorter ones for charging stuff in the back. So I don't use them all at the same time, but yeah, this door's fucked up. It's been that way for a while. It probably needs to just be taken off. I never really cleaned this section because it's kind of hard to clean. I cleaned it a little bit, but yeah, it's better than it was when I got in it, but I didn't really mess with it too much. There's some light bulbs in there, and then paperwork. I put paperwork under here to prop that up so that you can access it. Oh, I better turn that off so don't kill the batteries. I just replaced the batteries not too long ago. So, like I said, that door probably needs to be either fixed or taken off. This company won't fix it. But I'll tell the mechanic. He might fix it, but I doubt it. There's a lot of things on this truck that needs fixing, and they're probably never going to fix it. It's like the doors on these broke off before I got in here, and they never fixed it either. They just took it off, I guess. I don't know what they did with it. So I vacuumed everything, wiped down most everything. I'll leave these behind for the next guy if he wants to wipe it down some more. Guy or girl. That's mostly dust, but I cleaned out under here as well. And I left some 911 and other things that the next driver will need. Some anti-gel and stuff for mostly for the trailer. So vacuumed under here, but I guess I missed a little bit of debris. I probably stuck to the bed. But anyway. Paperwork. I left the paperwork in the cubby hole. And in the door, it's all duplicate stuff. And then there's more paperwork up here, I think. Yeah, more paperwork and stuff up in here. I don't use these at all because this one here is broke. They never fixed it. This is the only one that works, so I just put paperwork in there and left it. So, yeah. Got it, cleaned everything out, vacuumed it, wiped it down. It was pretty filthy nasty when I first got in it. But I cleaned it a couple months ago when I took a leave of absence because the truck was broke down because They didn't want to fix the steer problem, and kept blowing me off and putting me off. And then I ended up having a steer tire blowout. Now, I probably should have just went ahead and replaced the tire, even though they didn't fix the problem that was running the tire in the first place. No, I was trying to do the right thing. I was trying to fix the problem before replacing the steer tire so that we wouldn't destroy another steer tire. And they just kept giving me the runaround. And I ended up having a steer tire blowout, which could have potentially cost me my life, could have potentially cost somebody else their life, could have potentially been a lot worse than it was. Fortunately, I'm a decent driver, and this refrigerator doesn't work, by the way, so I just been using it as a herb medicine cabinet. But anyways, making sure I don't forget anything too. Like I said, it's a lot cleaner than it was when I got in it. Somebody had a dog in here before, and I still can't get all the dog hair out, but I got a lot of it. So, but anyways, like I said, a couple months ago, I took a leave of absence because I had a steer tire blowout, and it blew out the headlights and a whole bunch of other stuff. It actually really wasn't. Oh, I almost dropped my USB thingy for my educational material. I listen to podcasts and other educational stuff while driving. Sometimes I'll listen to YouTube. I got me these Bluetooth speakers, and so I got my bungee cords. Well, I'll leave them. Clark paid for them, and then I gotta take my seat cover. I probably should leave the seat cover too, because the seat's nasty. I ended up getting a rash from the last driver. I don't know what the problem was, but I ended up putting a trash bag over the seat because I ended up getting this really nasty rash, and it took me forever to get rid of it. And I still haven't totally gotten rid of it, but it's almost finally gone. When I took the leave of absence, and I was off for a week, the rash almost went away. Then I got back in the truck, and it came back again. So something is really bad with this truck. I've been disinfecting it the best that I could. I'm probably going to burn this, but anyways. But I trash bagged the seat because I had a really good feeling that that's where the germs were. Most of the germs, anyways, was from the seat. Because, we spend most of our time sitting in that seat. And so whatever filthy, nasty crap the previous driver had, I ended up getting a rash from it on my ash. A rash on my ash. And, anyhow. Oh, yeah, I got this piece of burrito I forgot to get out when I threw up the other day. And a piece of the burrito went in this cubby hole, and I don't really want to leave it for the next guy. I almost made it to the door, or out of the door. I gotta wipe that down. I'll get the wipes and wipe that down before I leave. So there's still a little bit of stuff on the door, so I need to clean that before I go. But anyhow, so that's the inside. Here's the outside. So when I had the steer tire blowout, it was gonna put me in another truck. And I swore before this was going to be the last truck I drive for this company because they're so filthy nasty and they don't take care of their crap. I love the company overall. They're good. I like the job, let's put it that way. And I like most of the people. But they just don't know They don't care to maintain their equipment. So, well, it's gonna put me in another truck, and it was actually a nice truck. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll drive this truck. But it was too squirrely. I felt like I was gonna flip it. You know, it's just I couldn't. It had really bad handling, and I didn't feel safe driving it. And then I took it back to the yard, and the mechanic test drove it, and he goes, "Oh, it's fine. This is the best driving truck I ever drove." I'm like, "You're an idiot. If you think I'm stupid, then enough to believe that crap, then you're stupider than I thought you was." But anyways, he tried to play that crap on me. So I was like, fuck it, I'll drive it for a week or two, however long it takes to get this truck fixed, and then I want this truck back. But since I didn't really feel safe driving it, and I voiced my concerns, the company, this is actually something decent about the company. They actually said, no, bring the truck, bring the truck back. We'll give you a rental, or he has his own car dealership as well. He sells trucks and he sells cars out of that dealership. So he's like, I'll just give you an SUV. You load up all your stuff, you go home. So I took a leave of absence for a week while they fixed this truck. And they didn't do a half bad job. This was basically, it blew out this headlight. And it blew out a whole bunch of other stuff up under here. But they fixed most of it. I had to get the rest fixed later because they only fixed what they thought was important. And anyways, but overall, it's been a really good truck. I've done a lot of work to it to get it up to par. And I left the fitting in there. So they only gave me 2 fittings to do my job. Luckily, I've been doing tankers since 2006, and I have stuff at home that I've accumulated over the years. So this is all they gave me to unload. And really, I needed a little bit more. This is mostly all I needed, but I needed a double male 3-inch, which they wouldn't give me, so I had to go home and get that. And there was a couple other fittings that I needed every once in a while, but it was very rare, but I still snagged them anyways from the house because I was like, just in case, I'm a just in case kind of guy. And better close this, drain this, and don't want them to load it and then it leak. But anyways, I'm a CYOA guy, which is why I'm making this video. So I went home and got my fittings so that I can do my job appropriately. But anyways, but yeah, the truck's been pretty good overall. They needed to replace this, but wouldn't, so I had to use a seal, one of those seals that they seal our trailers with. You can probably see the seal in there. So basically, the mechanic drilled some holes in here like he was gonna fix it, and then he never did. So, or like he was gonna patch it or whatever. So I ended up putting that zip tie. It's like a zip tie, but I put a metal seal on there, and that's kind of held it together. This happened because I hit a big bird up in South Dakota. It wasn't the yellow big bird, but it was not quail, but not a turkey. Something between the size of a quail and a turkey. 2 of them flew, more than 2, flew out in front of the truck, and I hit one right here, and the other one hit right here and dented in that thing. And so, but the other side was missing anyway, so now they match. But yeah, this steer tire is the one that blew out. It's still, I finally got the kingpin done. I finally got the shocks done, but it still needs an alignment. They wouldn't do that, so that still needs to be done. They wouldn't allow me time to get it done, but you could tell, well, not right now, but this tire is the most obvious, but these tires are gonna wear down quicker, and so is the front for that matter if they don't get an alignment. So that needs to be done. And there's a list of other things, but the mechanics got those. That's the major thing that I had left to get fixed. Um, was the alignment. That's all I got left to fix on this truck. That's major. There's some other minor things, but like it loses power when the check engine light comes on, and I'm fully loaded and trying to climb a hill. It kind of sucks because it has no power climbing hills when the check engine kicks on, or check engine light. But even still, it's got a lot of power. I mean, this truck is a good running truck. A lot better than that Kenworth I was driving the first year I worked for him. But anyways, so that's that. I'll finish wiping it down where I forgot to wipe down. And call it a day. Good thing I brought the wipes. So, and then I'll sweep it out again too, because there's a little bit of debris in here. But yeah, this is like 100 times better than the way I received it. Like it says, I don't know. It's crazy. But anyways, it's just a CYOA video. I do this with every company, so I guess that's it. All right. Today is November 21st. And basically, I got a week off. I was supposed to start the new company in 2 days, but then the orientation people said, oh, we want the day before Thanksgiving off. So now I start next week. Basically, I get Thanksgiving off, so which is fine. I got enough money in the bank. I don't need to be going to work this next week. I was planning to because I'm a workaholic, I guess. But yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll videotape that the hose is still in the hose tube or tray. Here's another thing I've been complaining about them fixing, but they haven't fixed and probably won't fix, is that leaks right there. And that leaks right there. You know, I had to shim it and basically I have to leave that Velcro on there permanently because otherwise it'll fall off. Those are the two major leaks on the trailer. But this trailer and the truck, you probably won't see the last video I did, but basically a couple months ago, there was problems with the truck and this trailer, and they wouldn't fix it. They kept giving me the runaround, and so that's when I gave my initial notice. So I was like, all right, you know what? I was like, since nobody cares about taking care of and maintaining equipment around here, I decided I'm going to look for another job. I said I'll try to stick it out to the end of cattle feed season. I got a bunch of people in my inbox, you know, a bunch of applicants, people that want, you know, people that have been trying to get me to come work for them for months, if not years. I said I just got to filter through the people and figure out who's the best one to go for. And you know, blah blah blah. I said, but like I said, I try to stick it out till the end of cattle feed season. But I just can't do this anymore. Boom! Next day they got everything fixed. Not everything, but you know, a lot of the stuff. You know, I don't know if it was the next day or the day after, but they hurried up and fixed a lot of the major stuff that I was complaining about because they didn't want me quitting. But it was too late, you know. And so I put in an application with another tanker outfit. And when I did that, I did it through like one of these global websites where they sell your information to other people too. Well, then another company called me and offered me a better, sweeter deal. It's dry van. I prefer tanks, but dry van's easier, sorta. It's a dry van company, and they're offering 15 cents a mile more than the tanker company I applied for. Same amount of home time, decent equipment. They both had decent equipment, but basically double the pay that I'm making here. Better equipment and better home time. I was like, I can't turn that down. So I was gonna give them a month notice, and they were like, nope, we need you here in 2 weeks. And I'm like, what? Or whatever, before Thanksgiving. And so I gave them as much notice as I could, which is more like 3 week notice. But turns out I'm actually starting in a month anyways. But that's okay. I got a week off. So I could really use the week off. I don't well, like I said, I don't need to go back to work right away. I need to leave the keys behind. Don't want to forget to do that. This truck takes 3 keys. The driver's door has 1 key. The passenger door and these cubby holes take another key. And then the ignition takes another key. So yeah, it's kind of jacked up. So don't want to leave the keys behind, or don't want to take the keys, because then they won't be able to do anything with the truck. All right, so that's it. Like I said, I'll finish cleaning, pack up my stuff, and get the heck out of here. All right, bye.